World Championships, including Tashkent 2023 and Yekaterinburg 2019 at 60 kilograms. His opponent is also an undefeated professional. He too a hugely talented and decorated IBA boxer. That is a 25-year-old Ilya Popov of Russia.
Round one.
So we're in the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight division, and this a contest between undefeated professionals. The man wearing red is Fiston Mbaya, 29 years of age, part of a six-man DR Congo boxing team. He brings a perfect professional record to the ring of 3-0, having made his debut way back in March of 2015. His last bout was in June of last year. His opponent, the southpaw wearing blue, is also an undefeated professional. Made his pro debut in February of 2023. His last bout was in December of last year. He's come back to three-round boxing this year, and that is a 25-year-old Ilya Popov, the sharp-shooting southpaw, part of a full-size 13-strong Russian boxing team. So two experienced operators in both the professional ranks and the three-round form of IBA boxing. And look at the lead hands working effectively. Popov to the body, Mbaya to the head. Mbaya bringing the left hand into play. Double jab, right hand, not too far away from Mbaya. But Popov just using his feet effectively to circle his opponent. Left, right, straight down the pipe from Mbaya. Both men remaining in the middle of the boxing ring. Just in the pocket, feinting on the edge of range. Seeking to draw that lead, and each man having success with their desired tactics. This is wonderful skill in evidence from both boxers through the first 2 minutes of the opening round. Not neglecting the defensive side of the business either. Good left hook to the body from Popov, but coming back with his own combination was Mbaya. Sharp shooting southpaw right jab in between the gloves of Mbaya, and then the left cross from Popov dislodges the mouthpiece of Fiston Mbaya. So the referee calling time that will be rinsed and reinserted. No coaching permitted during this impromptu interval. And so you see the third man in the ring just illustrating to Mbaya that he's got to keep that gum shield in his mouth. And if it comes out on another two occasions for the entirety of the contest, if he takes a good left hand to the body, he could well be deducted a point for that infringement, because veteran ring generals sometimes spit out the mouthpiece intentionally to buy themselves some time if they find themselves under pressure. But that was dislodged by a punch. And again, it's all part of the boxers and corner team's responsibility to ensure that the mouthpiece is properly fitted. Most boxers, most youngsters, when they walk through the doors of a boxing ring, the first mouthpiece is one that you pop into a pot of boiling water, bite down, and that's as close enough as an approximation of a fit as you're going to get, as Popov driving in a good left cross to the body to conclude the round, which came behind a right jab. Terrifically skillful opening 3 minutes of boxing in the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight affair. Some of the action from that opening round. And it's a clean sweep of the cards for Ilya Popov, but make no mistake, Fiston Mbaya was in that round every step of the way, but just not doing enough to take the round for any of the 5 scoring judges.
Round 2.
So we move into the second round. Ilya Popov mentioned his credentials in the 3-round format of IBA boxing. 2019, he was a quarter-finalist in the senior championships in Yekaterinburg, losing at the quarter-final stage to Andy Cruz as he drives a good left cross into the body of Mbaya. And the year before that, as a youth boxer, well, what a year he enjoyed. I commentated on him winning Youth Olympic gold in Buenos Aires, 3rd edition of the Youth Olympic Games. Same year he took European Youth gold and was a World Youth Championship silver medalist. And then that seamless transition through to the senior stage the following year, where it took a boxer of the ability of Andy Cruz to get the better of him. But here he is back in the 3-round format after that 3-fight sojourn into the professional ranks. Nice left jab from Mbaya. Just didn't fully commit to the right hand that he attempted thereafter. Left-right combination from Mbaya, just touching his man with scoring shots. 4-punch combination to the body of straight punches from Popov, and now spinning around the circle and dipping and weaving in front of his man. Good right hand driven into the body from Mbaya, but it's countered by a southpaw left from Popov. Popov doing a good job of remaining sideways, reducing the target area. Oftentimes when Mbaya lets his hand go, look at that, he's looking at the shoulder blades of Popov, and then he countered with a really effective shot to the body. And again, the two men, wonderful lead right hook from Popov as Mbaya's going in search of the left jab. He's keeping the lead left hand going, but Popov giving the impression that he's a sharper punch picker here, and he's getting the better of these exchanges. Oh, what a bolo left hand to the body from Popov. Caught Mbaya as he was punching, dipped down at the knees, exploded out of a crouch, turning his palm up to the ring lights and sinking in a sumptuous left uppercut to the solar plexus. And again, Popov just getting the better of this round for me. Remember, he took the first round unanimously, and just as in the first, Mbaya's competitive. He's showing his ability and ring craft and experience, but he's not winning the round for my money with 20 seconds and change remaining. But he's keeping his composure, continuing to pick his punches and score effectively, but just not as frequently or as eye-catchingly as this fleet-footed southpaw from Russia, who's using the space of the ring very effectively. I think that's the first time anybody's back has touched the ropes in this contest. They've stayed in the space of center ring and have slipped and bobbed and weaved and feinted in a contest of sensational skill through 6 minutes of boxing. Some of the action from the second round. Good left hand turned into the body from Popov. And again, he's putting such variety in his work. Straight punches, bent arm punches, body and head, and always on the move. There was the counter left, half hook, half uppercut to the body, coming after making his man miss by tucking up and turning sideways, reducing the size of that target. Terrific round of boxing. I happen to think that Popov did enough to take it. And it's a clean sweep of the card for the second consecutive round in favor of Ilya Popov. He leads 20 points to 18 for all 5 scoring judges.
Round 3.
So we move into the third and final round in what has been a really competitive 63.5 kilogram light welterweight bout. Fiston Mbaya, the Tokyo Olympian, lost to the home boxer Daisuke Narimatsu in that Olympiad. He's acquitting himself well, as evidenced by that good right hook to the body. Knows what he's doing up in a boxing ring as the 29-year-old. But he's meeting a razor-sharp Ilya Popov tonight. Southpaw lead left with an eye-catching shot just a few moments ago, and look at how Popov is making his man miss by millimeters. Up on his toes, just increasing the gap to make his man fall short. And Mbaya intelligently dropping down to the body. It's going to move less than the head, but look at those counter left uppercuts on the inside once again from Ilya Popov. Opening day of action here in the 23rd edition of the IBA Men's World Boxing Championships, and Popov has found his range immediately. Remember, this contest in the round of 64. So potentially 6 bouts, or it is indeed 6 bouts, he's going to have to win if he hopes to top the podium. And he will feel really good about the manner in which he's acquitted himself here. He's scored with another left hand to the body with the palm turned up to the ring lights. Looking for the same shot once again, although a little more hook to it that time as the palm ended up facing him. Terrific sticking and moving from Ilya Popov. And Fiston Mbaya finding it difficult to set and get his own offense away for the big round that he needs to get back into contention, having conceded both of the opening 2 rounds unanimously. Working the left hand beautifully, body then head on the inside. And cries of RUS, reverberating beneath the Jumbotron here at this open-air venue. And Fiston Mbaya, credit to him, he's never stopped competing, and that's a demonstrably low blow. Oh my goodness. Well, the referee is calling it a count. Let's see if he gives him time to recover. That was directly in front of my commentary position here. Oh dear me, he's not given any time to recover. It's just stern admonishment in the direction of Popov. Well, that is a blow that can be debilitating. It was demonstrably below the belt line, right in front of our commentary position here in Dubai. 10-second clapper has sounded, may have been on the blind side of the referee, issued a count, no time to recover, so the referee not considering it a foul blow, but that a very good contest indeed, and I think there's little doubt about the winner, the man in the blue corner, Ilya Popov, finding his range immediately, and the deeper we went into the contest, the more he was able to stamp his dominance all over it. Razor sharp, accurate shots from both flanks, and the left uppercut to the body was an absolutely prominent punch in his repertoire. Credit to Fiston Mbaya, because he never stopped competing, but for my money it's the man in blue who should take this unanimously. And there's the low blow. Well, I suggested it might be on the blind side of the ref, but he was more ideally placed than I. No low blow called.
On points by unanimous decision, the boxer in the blue corner, Ilya Popov, representing Russia.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for Ilya Popov, taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges to outpoint the man from DR Congo, the Tokyo Olympian Fiston Mbaya. He played his part in what was a really skillful affair, but I don't think there can be any complaints about the winner, Ilya Popov, razor sharp tonight.
Ring B. Bout number 44 in the weight category.